I'm already feeling myself.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Females made you just to trick me, trick me, trick me, trick me. 'Cause baby girl, you are so easily pretty.
Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel, Tinky Creates. So this video is a video on how I get my press-on nails to stay on for 2 to 3 weeks. And this is what I do, and these are the things that you will need. Of course, you will need your press-ons, and I got these from Amazon. I typically get mine from Shein, but this is basically the same brand because the ones I get come in this same box. You'll need some nail glue, and I got this from the Dollar General. This is the kind I got. I typically get LA Colors, either Rapid Dry, or it's another one with the pink label that's good. Pink words that I use as well. You'll need a nail file, something to push your cuticle back. This is what I have. Sometimes they'll come with something, and this one actually did. This came with a nice kit, so you need like either a wooden thing like that, the nail file, alcohol, but they actually have an alcohol wipe in it, some paper towel, and my secret ingredient is this right here. This is clear acrylic powder, Mia's Secret, and I got this from Amazon, and I've had this for maybe a year and a half now, and it's still going strong, and because you don't need a lot, so it lasts. It's not expensive. And then also, this is kind of optional, is a gel thing, gel nail kit. That's kind of optional. That's what I like to have when it comes to like the charms. It kind of helps those be more secure. Okay, so you're going to start off by, I like to first go ahead and measure my nails to see what is going to go where. So what you're going to do is just take the one of the nails, and this one looks like it might be my pinky. Yeah, so you want to make sure that it is from, wall to wall when it comes to your nail as far as fitting. You don't want to do that one. You see where there's a gap, so that doesn't fit. That one's too big because it's hanging over. So this one is just fine. Okay, so once you find one, I lay it out like that, and then just go ahead and do the other ones. Okay, I think that one's another one. This one, let's see. Keep track of which ones go where. If you have designs on it, play around with your designs and how you want those to go. Okay, once you've gotten your nails selected, measured out, let's start to prep our actual nails. And what you're going to do is first go in with something to push your cuticles back. What I'm going to do is take your nail and push this back. And as you're pushing it back, kind of go up under that and lift it just a little bit. So I like to do that first. And then you can kind of see this, like, I guess, skin, and you want to scrape some of that. Now, disclaimer, I am not a professional, but I have been doing my press-ons for the last couple of years, and this is just what I have been doing, okay? And this is what's been working for me. So once we get that all the way around, and I like this because I'm not getting what I want out of that all the way. So sometimes I use a couple different tools. just kind of, you can scrape. So you want to get that dead skin off of there. Just kind of scrape that like that. And so you're just going to, and then how this one would work is you would take that in and hold it flat on your nail and press it back and kind of lift up just a little bit. Lift it. You can feel it when it goes in. Just lift it up just a little bit and push that cuticle back. And see, this is a good one because it's like my skin is. I'm going to push that skin all the way back and just push it back a little bit. And if you see any like dead skin right there, try to scrape that off with that. Okay. And so you're just going to keep doing this for all of your nails. Once you have pushed all of your cuticles back, this is what it's going to look like. What we're going to go in with now is go ahead and just take your file. And this one is a good used one. So we're going to take this one. I just love that this kit, not all press-on nail kits come with this. Even though I feel like they should. But okay. So you see your nail and how it's got like that shininess to it. What we're going to do is we're going to take our nail file and we're going to file that off. And that is so glue would adhere better to your nail. So I'm going to just go like this around the whole nail. And just, if that's not a lot. And then it looks like that. And then just go around. It doesn't look the best quite right now, but give it a little bit. It's going to look just fine. And you're just going to file it. Get it good. Don't be afraid. You don't want to overdo it, but just make sure you get that complete shine off of that nail. The key to a good press-on set is the preparation. That's the key to it. And I said 2 to 3 weeks, but I'll say 1 to 3 weeks. It just depends on your application, of course, but also it depends on the nails. So some of them, no matter what you do, they're not going to last that long. Sometimes they're just too flimsy. Or you start losing a lot of your jewels and stuff that's on there. So it could be various reasons. But I say for sure at least a week. You should get at least a week out of your press-ons. But even more, like this last set I just took off. When I was like, they still going strong. So it's all about that preparation. You see how it's looking? What we're going to do now is we're going to take our alcohol wipe. And this is just about the final step before we actually start putting the press-ons on. I'm going to do one additional step. But just take the alcohol wipe or your alcohol with paper towel. Or peroxide if you don't have alcohol. I've done it with peroxide before. It works just fine. You just want to get all of that dust off to give you a nice clean surface. And this next step is optional because you may not have to do it all the time. I just want to clean up my cuticles. I have a few hang nails and I have just this little tip tool here, but you can use some scissors as well if you have to, just to kind of clean that up, because we want it to look very good, very good. But yeah, I just noticed I had a lot of skin and hangnails on, so that's why I want to get that under control before I start. Now we are ready to start putting our press-ons on. So this is what I do. With your dominant hand, start with your non-dominant hand. You're going to do your pinky, ring, and your middle finger. Okay, and then after you do that, you're going to stop, and then you're going to do your entire hand and your entire dominant hand, and then go back and do these two, because these are the ones you're going to be using. Because I'm right-handed. Once I put these nails on, it's going to be hard to try to do that with my hand that is not my dominant hand. Okay, so I would suggest just doing these 3 first, then move over, do this entire hand, and then do these. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And what you do is you're going to take your glue and put a healthy dab just like that, and spread it around to completely cover. Take that corresponding nail, and when you put it on there, you want to kind of stick it up under your skin where you have lifted it up. Press it down and hold it firm. You want to hold it till it sticks, which is probably about 5 to 10 seconds. Sometimes you have to, because it popped up still, because you want it to dry some, but still be pressing as it dries. I press and make sure all that excess that's coming out, that's out. Sometimes it gets on my fingers, but what can you do? And then I'll just take the paper towel, maybe wipe that away, and then just press down some more one last time. And I don't know if you can really hear that, but you hear the air bubbles. Get those air bubbles out of there. And you just press till you can't really hear that anymore. And that's how you know it's on there and it's stuck. Okay. So I said 10-15 seconds, but it's a little bit more than that. But just keep pressing till you can't hear any more air bubbles, and it's on there. Whoop, it is not on there. That's why you want to keep holding it until it stays. Sometimes you blow on it just a little bit. Now, let's move on to the next nail. These are going to be so cute. Do I want them to be side by side? Shoot. I wonder if I could just squish. I don't want them to be side by side. I think that happened another time. I don't want to be side by side. I think it's going to be the same. Yeah. It fits just the same. Okay. Again, I just did it. But when you put it on there, just lift. You could put it up under that skin just a little bit, and then press it down. Sorry, it's so second nature for me to do it. And you see how it comes up some? Just press it back down until it doesn't come up anymore. And you gotta hold it firm. It hurt a little bit. My nails always hurt a few days after mine, I'm gonna be honest. Wipe that off. But I'm gonna be honest, my nails I be having nail glue on my finger. I don't know if you can really see. But I mean, it washes off of your skin within a day. So I don't be tripping about it being on my skin, because it comes off in a day or two. And I say day or two, really like the next day. Okay. So I don't want that air, but I can kind of hear that. But okay, there's another one. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead just one more time, a nice generous dollop, and spread it around some. Keep in mind that it will be, that goes down there. So take your nail, stick it up under that skin that you lifted up some, and then press it all the way. So you start there pressing down all the way to the end. And that was my nail, my fingers getting stuck together. Like I said, it's gonna happen. It happens with me. Like I said, I am not a professional, but I always get compliments on my press-ons. They last, they strong. I clean the house in my press-ons. I do a lot in them. I've changed tires in my press-ons and they did not come off. I will say you just want to be mindful about, I've washed dishes too, but just you don't want to because water is one of the ways you can get these off is just by soaking them. So you don't want to just let your hands be in water for a long time and then don't give them time to dry in between. So just be mindful of that, okay? Now, so I'm going to stop and I'm going to move over to this one because it is a little bit more difficult to do my right hand with my left hand, but it's just the same. And see, I need these 2 fingers, so I don't want to have to be struggling trying to pick that up. And I mean, it don't matter which one you start with, but I always just start with the pinky. Put that dollop on there, spread it around. Like I said, I'm fumbling and struggling already because it's just not my dominant hand. And just make sure you stick it up under that skin just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then press it down. And just keep holding it. Press all the little air bubbles out until it's on there firm. Try to make sure it's straight. Okay, so I'm going to finish. And then I go on with you to the next step. The step that's also kind of, like I said, my secret weapon. Right now, I've gotten all but 2 nails done. And with this is why I recommend doing it this way, because now we got to do these and it's a little bit difficult once you got your nails on to do that. But see, yeah, that's how I be watching those people, those girls that be doing nails with long nails. I commend them. Like, go ahead, girl. And like I said, I got to make sure it's on there straight. There we go. So you might have to, there we go, yeah. Nope. My nail goes a little funny. That pointer finger, yeah. Oh, I heard something crack. Hope it wasn't there. Okay, there we go. So press. That's why they call press on. So you can't, all them air bubbles is out. That's when you know it's on there. Okay. Like I said, I got glue everywhere. But once I wash my hands a couple times, it's good to go. And I will say, try to stay away from a lot of water after doing them right away, because it takes about 24 hours for the nail to fully adhere. So the glue to cure, that's the word, for the glue to cure. So 24 hours. And yeah, so putting on this last nail, push it up on the cuticle, make sure it's straight. And I get glue everywhere. I don't know. That's what I'm like. I do. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it real with you, but like I say, you really can't tell. But you see those air bubbles coming out. Wipe some of this off. Try to wipe it off if you can, but and so it's lifting. I can still see it's kind of lifted. It's not all the way down, so I'm press it down some more. And then I'm gonna, you can still hear there's air in between, so you want to get all that out. So you just got to keep pressing until it's all out. And stick in and dry. Stick in and dry. Wipe the glue away. Sometimes your fingers get stuck together on there, but just pull it off. Whenever I go somewhere, I take nail glue just in case one pops off. And if I go out of town, I see how there's a lot of these left over. You can see I take that with me. So if I need to glue some back on, I can glue some back on. And that's just it, because I mean, we all know even with regular nails you have times where they come off. So it's not, they're gonna come off eventually, maybe sometime. And boom, there they go. Now of course you can definitely stop at this step, okay? You can definitely stop at this step, but due to the length of these, I definitely recommend the next step. This next step is where we're gonna take our acrylic powder and our glue, and I'm gonna insert a clip here. This is what we're going for. It's gonna help thicken your nails, and it's gonna help with that bending that you get sometime with press-ons, okay? So open up your acrylic powder, and what I do is, you take your nail, hold it like this, put your glue in there like that, and spread it around. Sometimes you gotta hold your nail like that, okay? And what you do is take your powder and dip your finger in there like that, okay? And then just shake that around. Dust that off like that, and that's it. Now it's gonna look crazy like that for maybe the first, and that's all you do. Just put that glue in there like that. Keep your nail flat, kind of push it back some up under there, close to your finger. Dip your nail in like so. Try to make sure it's evenly coated, and then just dust that off. Okay? You're gonna do that for all of your nails. And you know what? I said that was the last step. This is not the last step. Again, all of this is optional. The next step is optional too. And then just dip your finger. Try to keep it as flat as possible, so it could be an even surface, an even coat. Okay? The thumb is a little tricky, but we're gonna get that. Yeah, like that. Like that. Okay. So this is optional, and you can even already see how it's going to. Now some of that's going to cut them off because it's on my skin, but what's left is going to be like I don't know, it just works. It just works. Just trust me. Okay, so let me do this hand, and then I'll come back with another optional step. I'm already feeling myself. So once you have completely done that, and then dust it off. Now I have a little brush thing. I just don't know where it is. But you just want to get all that powder off of your nail on the front part. Again, this is another optional step. I like these press-ons from Amazon. We're going to see how they go. That already came off during the application process. So, but this next step helps with that. So if you have a lot of rhinestones on your press-on, this helps with that. I just take the top coat and I just put it on there. Put a generous amount. This is just to seal it and to make it shiny. Sometimes they're just not shiny enough. But like for this one, with all the jewels, I'm just gonna go over that like that. And then I get down off in there. Gonna paint over top of it. That's why I be running out of top coat. But get all the way around there. That helps to keep those on. Now it doesn't guarantee, but it definitely helps. I had some Shein press-ons that had, I mean, big pieces of candy on there, and I had never had junk nails like that, but they stayed on the entire 2 weeks I had them nails on, which is very surprising, but they stayed on there. So again, with that, just put, and I just did just like this. Once you do that, put it on 60 and put your hands in there and let that cure, or whatever it's called in there, and then we're gonna be almost done. So I'm gonna do this other hand and put a little, wash my hands a little bit, clean them up so y'all can see the final results. Okay, here is the final look. I like them so much. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope this helped somebody. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So that's how I'm looking up under. You see my fingers got a little glue on them, but it'll be alright. And stay tuned for the next video. Alright, deuces. Stay tuned for more.